Back Wednesday, our regular Tech Talk feature with our regular Syd Bolton, who off the top I say thank you very much. Finally got out to the Personal Computer Museum, and that was amazing with your pre-garage sale on Saturday.
Well, thank you. It was great to have you out.
Yeah, and we couldn't stay long enough. We only saw so much, and it was like...
Yeah, you didn't get the tour of all the video games, but we'll do that another time.
Oh, it's like, geek heaven. It was absolutely, it was amazing. So you're playing with...
Speaking of geek heaven, I am just, you know what, I could just sit here and play with this all day. I've got the new Blackberry Playbook, which came out yesterday. And so I haven't had a lot of time to mess around with it, but so far I really like what I see. A lot of people come up to me and say, you know, how does it compare to the iPad? I wrote an article about it a couple of weeks ago. The short answer is, if you happen to have a BlackBerry, this is what you want. If you have an iPhone, the iPad is what you want. If you have neither and you're not sure, then the question becomes a little bit more complicated. So, and I may be able to help you by answering some questions. But, I mean, just a couple of highlights. It is basically a tablet. So it's essentially, you know, a little computer that uses, you know, your finger to control things. There are applications on here like a web browser, and there's YouTube, and there's things like that. There's, of course, apps for Facebook and Twitter, so you can do all that kind of stuff here. I like this comes preloaded with Tetris, so I've been kind of busy with that.
Right away.
So that was a real bonus there. And basically, this particular model, and the first models that have come out, do not have 3G access. So in other words, they do not use the cellular network to be able to go out and pull down web pages. So you have to be near a Wi-Fi hotspot, or where they really become great is how they interface with your existing device, like your BlackBerry.
And that becomes a modem in a lot of cases.
Yeah, it's called tethering. So what happens is that it will actually use your data plan from your phone to, you know, access the internet and other things like that if you're not near a Wi-Fi hotspot. Talking
in my terms, used to be a home entertainment company years and years and years ago when I was a young pup. And the smaller the TV, the better the picture quality is.
Yeah.
Is that why I was looking at an iPad today? I was actually playing around with one for the first time, and I was amazed at how the picture quality is.
It is pretty amazing. Now, these tablets are actually smaller than the iPad is. This is a 7-inch model. But I think for a business person, this is actually a really good size. It's very comfortable. It's not too big, so you're going to be able to carry it around with you, you know, in your briefcase or whatever. And if we got video running here, I don't know if we can actually see that. Oh yeah, we got that on the screen there. The quality, I mean, it's hard to tell. The quality is actually really, really high definition.
You can see it there.
Yeah, it's amazing actually how nice it is.
Hey, here's my dummy question, because when I was playing with the iPad today, storage. These things are not designed to kind of save anything, are they?
Well, that's not really true. There's basically 3 different models and 3 different pricing structures that go along with the Playbook. So there's a 16 gig model, a 32 gig model, which is what this one is, the middle, and then there's a 64 gig, and that's quite a bit actually. Like, if you consider what you're going to have on here, the applications and stuff like that don't take up a lot of space. So, you know, actually storing your data, you can get quite a bit in 64 gigabytes.
But if I'm going to purchase something like this, you either have what? The ability to download it to your home unit, or you go buy an external hard drive?
Well, a lot of people are actually turning to the cloud for storage. So if you use something like Dropbox or something like that to put your files in, I know, for example, Amazon has just come out with sort of a place to store files. A lot of people are storing things in their email. So if you have a Gmail account, you can access your Gmail account from here and get access to documents and files that you need without actually taking up any space on the unit itself. So, you know, do you need any extra storage? It really depends on your particular situation, but I don't know. If you had the 64 gig model, I don't know that you would. My guess is you might think you need more storage, but I would say the life of this device would be over before you ran out of space.
So the last word is probably...
That's my opinion.
If you got any more questions, you know, you won't sell them, but you'll give people the information they need.
Yeah, absolutely. They can just contact me. There's lots of ways to reach me, Facebook, Twitter, whatever. And if you have questions about, you know, do I go iPad or do I go Playbook, I'd be happy to answer those.
Have a happy Tetris.
Thank you very much. It's going to keep me busy for the rest of the afternoon.
Syd's going to be back next Wednesday. We're going to be back in less than 24 hours. Stacey Farrant, bronzed as she is, will be here. We'll be talking SPCA and adoption, if you're looking for that special pet. And we mentioned on the news today, Stedman Community Hospice, Olga Consorti is going to be here talking about their annual Hike for Hospice. So thanks for joining us today, and as always, thanks for doing it Inside Brant.